Hey, Vsauce, Michael here. No, just kidding, I'm not actually Vsauce, I'm not cool like that. But let's talk about something real. Energy. Not just the energy, the electricity that powers your phone or your microwave or oven or whatever. But let's talk about what gives us energy. What gives plants energy. How do plants get energy? When we were all young, we all learned about photosynthesis. The plants, the trees, whatever, they absorb the sun, the water, the carbon dioxide, and they use that to make glucose, sugar, and release oxygen. But how does a tree use the sun to get energy? Inside of all organisms, in our cells, are these things called organelles. Inside the leaf of this tree is an organelle known as the chloroplast. The chloroplast is what allows the plant or tree to absorb the sunlight, take in the carbon dioxide in the water, and is what allows it to convert that into glucose and oxygen. Cut.
The chloroplast takes in CO2 from the air, HO2 from the roots, and a light energy from the sun. It creates glucose, which is C6H12O6, and releases oxygen, which is O2. The equation looks like this. That is photosynthesis. That's how plants make their own food. But here's the twist. They don't just make food, they make our food too. When you eat an apple or a salad or even a burger, because cow eats plants too, they're taking in that glucose, and your body needs to use that glucose to make energy. That's where cellular respiration comes in. Inside your cells, and yes, inside plant cells too, is another organelle, the mitochondria. It's often called the powerhouse of the cell. But that's like calling the sun kind of warm. The mitochondria are where glucose gets broken down into the presence of oxygen to release ATP, the energy currency of the life.
Cellular respiration happens in 3 stages. Glucosis breaks down glucose into smaller pieces. The Krebs cycle extracts high energy electrons. An electron transport chain uses those electrons to make ATP. The equation looks like this. It's basically the reverse of photosynthesis. Coincidence? Not at all. If you have been paying attention, you might have noticed that the photosynthesis equation and the cellular respiration equation are the same, but the reactants and products swapped, the same matter being recycled. Excluding sunlight, which is the only thing that is not being recycled, unlike photosynthesis, which is a light-dependent reactant needing the sun for photosynthesis, technically, cellular respiration is a light-independent reaction, not using sunlight for cellular respiration. Photosynthesis is needed for glucose, which is essential for cellular respiration.
Photosynthesis stores energy, cellular respiration releases it. Photosynthesis produces glucose and oxygen. Cellular respiration uses glucose and oxygen. Both are a pair that work together so that we get energy to survive. This cycle is what powers ecosystems. Plants make glucose, animals eat plants, animals breathe oxygen and exhale carbon dioxide, which plants use to make more glucose.
So, next time you take in a breath or eat an apple, remember, you're part of a cycle that began with sunlight hitting a leaf from the chloroplast to ATP. Remember, it's all connected. Stay curious, and thanks for watching. Out.